two of the top players in the world really fighting out, and the legendary Timo BOLL, there he is on the left at top of screen there, has been one of my favorite players ever. I remember seeing him in a team competition, the World Team Competition in Bremen many years ago, and thinking, wow, what a player and what a fan base he's got in Germany. He is something special. He's got a similar fan base in China, believe it or not. Dimitrij OVTCHAROV started his life in Ukraine. He was born to a father, Mikhail, who was also a Soviet table tennis champion in 1982. They moved to Germany, and as a result of that family history and background, Dimitrij also became one of the top players in the world. He is very special. He's won the last time they met here, and then the first time they met, and the last time they met, they drew. Timo BOLL, 37 now. I'm not absolutely certain that's right, because I think he's 36, to be quite honest. March the 8th, 1981. 7 years younger is Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. And at rank 3, highest rank of 3, he is playing, actually, is in the form of his life. And here is Winnie. She has been a great supporter, and we love you too, Winnie. And well, I know that I've got with me two great champions in their own right from different eras. Paul Drinkle, who's been in the T2 competition, is with us. But first of all, we give airtime to Jill Parker. Jill, what do you think?
Well, these two players know each other so well. They play in the German team together, but OVTCHAROV has beaten BOLL on 2 occasions in big tournaments. That's the Men's World Cup, and he's also beat him recently in the German Open, and that was 4-3 in the final.
That was very recently too. Right, well, look at that. Into the body. OVTCHAROV, he moved away, bending his knees and moving away. Didn't think that ball was coming back, but Timo BOLL had other ideas. 1-all. They know each other so well. They have been extraordinarily positive and loving this sport to almost distraction. Timo's got his father here, and he knows it's a big payday as well. He's going to pick up something like $25,000 US from the team victory, $40,000 for the winner of this one. It could be a huge Weihnachten for Timo BOLL. OVTCHAROV picks up there, they are just on the right, well, in fact, third from the left of screen was Timo's dad. And he actually worked for Pirelli all his life. So you imagine being in the tire business and having a son that wants to travel the world playing table tennis. An extraordinary achievement, really. His only son, I hasten to add. 3-all. Well, it's down. It's a little bit tentative. It's not the excitement and the extravagance of the last match. We could never expect that. This has got an intensity and a real enthusiasm here. I think I'd like to bring in Paul at the moment just to sort out why and how these guys have started their final match.
I think, as you said, it's a bit tense at the moment. Dimitri's been a little bit slow with his feet. As we saw on the big shot when he turned around the backhand, there's absolutely no chance he was recovering for the next ball. And Timo's been very solid, as he always is.
He defends brilliantly. Just when you think you've got him nailed, Timo can come up with something very special. It's 3-6.
What's it been like, Paul, playing with OVTCHAROV in the same team with Rossi?
It's been great. Learnt a lot from him and been practicing with him most days we've been out here, and I think it's really improved my game. And you know, I think if he wins one match at the tournament he's got next week, he's going to be world #1 in January. So it's been a great experience for me to be able to practice with him.
Is he generous with his sharing his talent?
Yeah, it depends who you are and you know if he likes you or not. But I'm pretty sure he likes me and we get on well. So
that's great.
He's really helped the game out.
Wonderful. That's Paul Drinkle, teammate with Dimitrij OVTCHAROV.
Well, he gave you a little wave, didn't he, when he came on court, when he saw you commentating?
He did. I've been pretty much his practice partner for this trip because I've not been playing in the finals here, so I've been eager to practice with him, and he's obviously wanted to practice with me ahead of the T2 finals and the Pro Tour finals next week.
Speaks Russian, speaks German, speaks English, and plays table tennis like a champion. Unbelievable.
I notice he does yoga. Practices his meditation in yoga. Did you join in with any of those sessions?
I didn't, to be honest. I actually didn't know he did the yoga, actually, but I know he's working a lot physically recently and really trying to improve every part of his game.
Jill, did you ask a boy from Middlesbrough if he does yoga? Is that what I heard? I can't believe it.
I can't admit to it if I did.
Okay. 7-all. Timo BOLL with the service. Less than 20 minutes left in this final match of T2. Oh, it was close. He took it early. He expected to get that ball down the left, his forehand side. It missed the table. It's 8-7. Oh, this is interesting. Timo BOLL, well, he is such a great player and comeback. But I tell you what, if he's in the lead, he's unbelievably tough to take off the pedestal. 7-8, 7-9. Okay, great power play there from Dimitrij. He knows he's got to do something to upset Timo's confidence at the moment.
Yeah, you said, Paul, he was a bit slow on a couple of those, going round with his forehand around his backhand side. So he's warming up a little bit now.
Yeah, he is. He's starting to relax into the game, and that long serve down the line, I think we'll see that throughout this match.
So, we are really delighted that it's going to be a tight, real table tennis battle. There's Mays again, confident after his team victory, looking for Timo BOLL, his team member, to take out this first game. He's got 2 serves to do it. That is brilliant. What a service, what a setup. That was so clever.
Yeah, set that up well, that service, and he was in straight away with that strong third ball.
Might have just clipped the tape a little bit to put him off, but here's game point, 10-9, Timo BOLL. And he's got it, 11-9, right on cue. He won't be celebrating too much at the moment, but he knows that's so important. And there, the 2 dads, it's really incredible. Timo BOLL's dad together with Bernie Search's dad, who was the winner of the women's singles title as well. Okay, up to you guys.
Try to be aggressive. If you start to kill your backhand. 9-9. Go on.
What do you think Rossi said to Ocharov there?
I think he's, as I said about Matthias earlier, he's just got to find his way into this game, and I think he's been a little bit tense at the start of it, and Timo is just a solid player, and that's what he's shown so far, and Dimitrij's got to come out of his shell here and try and get his shots flowing.
Do you think they would have been affected by the festivities just before this match? You know, the shouting and screaming, it was just unbelievable. Concentration would have been tough at that stage.
Oh.
That wasn't affected, that's for sure.
That was a beauty, wasn't it, Paul?
I think Dimitrij would have been backstage preparing for his match and trying to be as focused as possible before this game. It didn't really matter what would have been happening on the table at that point.
Off the net and away, and Timo has picked up the first point of his first point of the second game. But again, they're just so fast. Anticipation.
Do you think T2 has made Ocharov play quicker?
I think it has. I was speaking to him the other day, and he mentioned as well about how the regular matches at this level and the speed that it's at has really helped him elsewhere as well, not just in T2. So I think across the board all the players have really benefited from this, and hopefully keep doing that in the future and keep challenging for them world titles, and it'll be great for T2 players to push on and do that.
We just caught a cutaway of Bernie Such, who was the women's champion, a couple of days ago. 2-3. Timo BOLL here working so hard to try. We'll take a short break for towel down, but it won't be long, I can tell you. Fascinating the way that these players will be really keen to put one over on each other. Dimitrij, because of his success at the World Cup and the German Open recently against his opponent. And Timo, because he's Timo, and he doesn't like to lose anything. Missed. Consistency, that's the name of the game. Obviously, it's got to be so tight as well. You can't just give anything loose, so you're going to explore the edges of the table, that's for sure.
Seems to be dropping off his bat a little bit, whether it's getting very sweaty there under the TV lights. Did you have problems with that when you were playing here, Paul?
Not really, not too much, but there is a few more people in here today, and there's been some intense matches already, so it is possible, but it should be the same for both players. They just got to try and stay focused and do their job.
6-4, Dimitrij is to level things up if he gets this game. Missed that one. Again, there's an apology. He's such a sportsman. He's got a reputation. And it is a timeout now, but the reputation of sportsmanship, I mean, Paul, it's the first time I've had a chance to talk to you about that, but table tennis strikes me as one of the most honest sports in the whole world of sport. Please tell me I'm wrong.
No, I think it is. All the players, you know, we play against each other most weeks when we're travelling on the tour and things, and the majority are very kind and honest, but you do get the odd one that try and break your trust and try and cheat and claim edges and nets and
there
things.
was one extraordinary incident a while ago where Timo BOLL actually called it in favour of his opponent after correcting a referee's wrong decision, and he ended up losing the game, and that gave him the ITTF award of fair play in the year. So it just shows the sentiment that they have and the respect they have for the sport.
Absolutely. I had one as well back in Baku, the European Games. I was set point up to take it to 3-all for the bronze medal, and my opponent got a thin edge that nobody saw, but I couldn't live with myself if I claimed it, so I gave him that point.
Well, I'm glad I raised the subject, and I'm glad you told us about that, because that is fantastic. It just reinforces our respect as well. Brilliant. 6-all at the moment. Stayed in. Oh, what a play! Unbelievable rally there. Timo BOLL thought he'd won it, but just watch this from OVTCHAROV. Look at that there, that backhand. Unbelievable. What control.
Yeah, went straight to his bat and was able to block that on the diagonal.
OVTCHAROV just creeping ahead, and Timo's concentration, I know, will be absolute, but OVTCHAROV, he misses his family more than you do, Paul. I know, he told me. It's a tough business, but he knows that he's in the real world of spotlight and in a sport he adores, so the sacrifices will have to be made. Really tough. 9-6. Timo, 6-10, made a few errors there, forced probably by OVTCHAROV. Here's game point, this to level it up at 1-all with 12 minutes, just under 13 minutes left. That's it, it's 11-6 in favour of Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. It's what we'd hoped for, it's what we really wanted, and we could be getting even now. A kill zone with just over 12 minutes left in the match.
I think OVTCHAROV's playing a little bit better that game. I mean, I don't know what you think. Could he step up a gear, or?
I think he could, yeah. I think, like you said, he did play a little bit better there, but the players know each other so well. You know, it's a very tactical game. They know exactly, basically, where the players are going to move for the receive at 9-all and certain serves that they're going to do when it's very close. So it is almost a game of chess and just trying to make sure that they outsmart their opponent.
Right, OVTCHAROV has levelled it 1-all. He'll feel a lot better about himself at the moment. Timo never ever gives up.
Love 1.
They've both got, they both benefit from the fact that German leagues are so strong, Paul.
Yeah, from a very young age, they were both part of the German league. Now Dimitri's out in Russia and Timo's still there in Germany playing in the top league, so they've both benefited from that, and as do the younger Germans that are coming through as well.
And they also experience, because of that strength, they go to China often to do their training. It's you know, they've been given every opportunity, haven't they?
Yeah.
2-all in points, 1-all in games. We can't split them. Uh-oh, we haven't seen an air shot before from Dima. I tell you, that's extraordinary. Aye.
He had a wry little smile from him as well. You don't see that very often,
Nope.
do you, in a game?
No, I don't think he could believe that he missed that ball.
And he's missed that one as well, and they'll take a towel, that's for sure. Dimitrij particularly wants to just get over that, put it behind him very quickly. Timo BOLL, he just is so consistent. He nibbles at you all the time. He's like a terrier. Never given any time to relax. 5-2, Timo. Oh, you beauty! The lefty's backhand there, but it was footwork as well that won that point.
Yeah, both got very quick footwork, but he got a lot of side spin on that backhand.
At least he didn't.
To the
At least he didn't go for his changeover grip to the right hand. If he's leading by 3-1, we might just get that. Who knows? We'll see. Miss that. He's creeping back, OVTCHAROV.
6-4.
10 minutes will go in a flash, I can tell you. This is really, really intense atmosphere, intense competition. Oh,
6-5.
closing the gap again.
We've seen a lot of the players using the reverse serve. How do you find receiving serve without the variations of point of contact on the bat?
Yeah, it's very difficult, as you said earlier, the amount of spin on the serves, and particularly the serves is very difficult to see on TV, but it is a lot of spin there, and trying to control it onto the table is hard enough, never mind trying to stop your opponent from attacking and winning the point on that next one. It's very difficult when the spins are varied so much.
5-7. He's missed that one for 6-7.
7.
Oh, you beauty. Great, great service. Wonderful. Tying up the left-hander into his body and then a cross court on the diagonal. It was perfect. How much is instinct and how much is planned in the rally, Paul?
I think different rallies are different. I think Dimitrij used that long serve that I spoke about earlier, and you know, it is a shot that Timo struggles with, and it opened up the table there, and I think Dimitrij will have practiced that little routine quite a lot in his warm-up before this match.
So you're saying he's serving a longer one so that he can attack it and then counter topspin the next one?
Yeah, I think Timo's very good over the table when he's receiving the short serve. So if you can open up that game straight away with that long serve, especially into his backhand, he doesn't necessarily get the strongest receive off, and then hopefully you can capitalise on that.
We don't often see him frustrated like that, Timo BOLL, but he's down 9-7 at the moment. And this is for an important game, but again, he is Mr. Comeback Kid. He has come back from extraordinary positions before now. 9-8 though, OVTCHAROV. will be so intense and focused here. That's gone.
8, 10.
This is game points now for Dimitrij OVTCHAROV. Timo BOLL tried to play that receiving serve with a lot of topspin. It went too far, and again getting another little chance to towel down. Get the thoughts together. Only one more point required. So really he's got 3 chances here. Timo, 8-10. That's one gone. 9-10. Even if he levels at 10-all, he'll have the service back. Timo, 9-10. Still game points. OVTCHAROV. Oh my goodness, what a service. Did you see that coming? Wow.
No use.
10-all. Unbelievable. He's looking at the ball to say, that must have been flat. Wow. 1-all, 10-all. How close is that? Timeout, and that's a
1 minute.
probably a good time to call it. It's a fabulous final, this. Maybe we haven't got the exuberance of that 3rd, 4th placing, but actually, in terms of quality, this is wonderful.
Yeah, this is table tennis at its best, or the best players in the T2 final. I mean, they're both highly ranked, so it's anybody's game. What do you think, Paul?
As you said, it's anybody's game. I think this set is really important, hence the timeout, and I think Timo really needs to get this, as Dimitrij does have the mental edge because he has won the previous few games in this season.
We could say that this point is a $20,000 point. The winner of this one has a great chance of taking the title, and 40,000. Oh, Timo BOLL has done it. 11 points to 10, and that was, I don't know who called the timeout, but I tell you what, if it was Timo, that was a sensational. It was, yeah. What a sensational timeout that was. There you go, fantastic. Mays, well, whatever we think of him, I tell you what, he is Mr. Success at the moment. Unbelievable. Is that going to be the difference between 40,000 and 20,000 US dollars? Timo BOLL already in a share of the 150,000, so it's a big money pre-Christmas event, this one. Unbelievable. Lots of gold baubles on that Tannenbaum, there's no question about that. Timo's got the serve at the beginning of the 4th.
Love 1.
Clever play. Okay, he's apologizing, but I tell you what, he knew exactly what he was going to do. That wasn't a great shot. That little drop in the halfway court from Dimitrij, he wished he could have played that again, that's for sure. That's better. Attack. He's a great attacker. Beautiful work. Just over 5 minutes left. Okay, if he gets this game over very quickly, we could then be looking at either a kill zone or a tie break. What a moment that would be if we had to go to tie break.
Yeah, great rally there by both players. Away from the table, spinning it both backhand and forehand. A lot of power.
OVTCHAROV and Jorg Roskopf just nodding. Oh, sensational play from Dimitrij. Goodness me.
And he took it so early, quick off the bounce.
Showed intent, didn't it? Just look at that. Each way, absolutely. One flank, then the other flank. I tell you what, he nearly turned Timo BOLL inside out. Extraordinary. 4-2. And another beauty. Gee whiz, this is unfolding in a way that none of us can predict. Fantastic play, lovely serve, and he's done exactly the same as you just said, Paul. It's a length one, and he followed it up beautifully with the attack as well. Oh!
3-5.
We've not seen him with so many clothes on. We've normally seen a lot of those tattoos, Michael Mays.
4-5.
We're more or less on the equator here in the Pinewood Studios, Iskandar in the southwest of Malaysia, just across the causeway from Singapore. It's the most wonderful place to be when the northern winter. This is the way to be, I tell you, right here. It's very warm.
5-4.
Can you believe that? Timo BOLL, just when we thought he was fading a little bit, has come back, and just look at that clock. That is so vital now. 2 minutes 40 and counting down. Dimitrij has got to really, really put this one to bed. He needs this game desperately. Dimitrij is just unbelievably given up the lead here. Fantastic work from Timo BOLL. You didn't expect that, but just look at that change of direction and power into the body, and that was the kill.
Yeah, great change of direction there.
5-6, pressure on here with 2 minutes left. OVTCHAROV has had a oh, what a shot. How many times have we seen him play that one? 6-all is the score. Timo will serve from now, but with 2 minutes left and the towel down, and see, well, the clock is stopped right now at the moment. So Winnie has stopped the clock.
6-all.
Timo has got the lead 2-1. That's the important figure here, but this next one will be very important too. Oh,
6.
third shot, huh? Oh.
He didn't like that ball. How do you find, you know, the ball boys and the girls? They've done an excellent job, haven't they, Paul?
Yeah, it's been great. I think they've all had a lot of fun as well. It's great for them to be a part of such a big event as well.
Timo BOLL will be watching the clock here for sure. He needs to know where he is and what he's got to do. He is such a master at this particular juncture of a match. 1:23 to go, 6-8. The last time they met, he came back from the dead to level it up at 3-all. This occasion, it's 7-8 and really tight. It's all to play for. 1-12. They're giving us the chance to really come very, very strongly with the final moments here. 1 minute now. 7-8. Oi! Oh, what an edge that is. A brilliant backhand there from Dimitrij. Look at that. Unbelievable skills. Took it right at the top of the bat. It's 8-all. And we are now counting down. And I tell you what, my heart is pounding. I can ill afford that, to be quite honest. But it is absolutely tense inside the cavern here. It's gone. It's 9-8 Timo BOLL. 32 seconds left. How close is this? What a final. What a moment of unbelievable skills to be witnessing here. 9-8 Timo BOLL, the legend. And he's...
Do a quick one.
Well, he's not due a timeout, so he's just asked for a privilege as the clock stops. Maybe a little gamesmanship, if nothing else there. I tell you what, yeah, and look at there. Yeah, they can see each other.
8.
It was Bernie's dad on the right, Timo's dad on the left, and Timo's dad could be celebrating with him. I tell you what. Accuracy required here, and it is good, 10-8. 15 seconds left. Surely that is enough. Here he is. He's not smiling too much. The boy that dedicated his life to Pirelli was the father of a guy that has dedicated himself to world table tennis. And just watches. We are on the verge of an historic win by Timo BOLL. 2-1 in games, 10-8 in points. And here we go, 8-10. Oh, and that is it. Unbelievable. Timo raises his hand in triumph, but we've still got a game to play, unbelievably. Timo has done it, but we still have a kill zone. Winnie will ask them to come back to the table. But just look at this. The excitement is unbelievable. But the rules of the competition, the format says that they have to come back to the table. It's not finished, surely. Are they going to give it up at that? They have. Okay. On the clock it said 6 seconds to go, but it looks like they've already given it up. Well, no kill zone, and that's absolutely the right decision. It is the absolute right decision. There will be no kill zone. It's 3-1 in favour of Timo BOLL. He was sensational. His father is smiling, and why not? And we have been treated to an unbelievable T2 competition. He missed out twice in recent months against Dimitrij, but when it counts here in T2, he not only found the ability, but he absolutely smashed it. What a performance by Timo BOLL, Mr. Germany. What do you got to say, Jill, while we came to the highlights?
Well, fantastic table tennis. Timo BOLL got his revenge, having had 2 defeats against OVTCHAROV, but I think table tennis fans around the world will love to have seen all the table tennis they've seen at T2. What do you think, Paul?
Absolutely, it's been fantastic all year, and what a great end, and you know, Timo BOLL there, a worthy winner.
There you go, the last moments of this match then. It was a fantastic fight, that seesaw battle, absolutely superb. Team Mays has won the team event. His charge, Timo BOLL, has won the individual event. And I have to say, that is a stunning way to say farewell to the T2 inaugural championship. The 2 successful dads have travelled all the way from Europe. Absolutely stunning. Look how close it is. Points total 39-38. It's been wonderful. I hope you've enjoyed it as well as we have. Let's go for a break and join us for the prize.